Okay. Hi, and welcome to Nerdatory, episode 18, the episode with no name because we could not come up with one. So it's nameless, and it's timeless. I'm Stacy, and with me as always is my dear friend Georgie.
Hello, how's everyone doing? Well, first this week we're going to kick off with quite possibly one of the most anticipated shows, mainly because of the one that came before, Better Call Saul, which finally started a couple of weeks ago. In fact, we're going to be on the 4th episode tomorrow. I'm up to date with it, I'm really enjoying it, and I think it's wonderful because basically it's, well, I mean, Saul, I think, was one of my favourite characters from Breaking Bad, and it's just nice to actually see how he got to where he is and all the nasty things that happen in the. I think it's supposed to be set 7 years before the events of Breaking Bad, so it's interesting to see how it's, you know, how Saul himself is coming into character. You know, the typical lawyer with an absolute mouth who can pretty much talk his way out of anything. But have you watched it yet, Stacey?
No, not yet. I keep forgetting, but I'm excited to see it. I thought his character was always really funny, and he was just kind of that bad guy that wasn't really a bad guy, even though he was doing illegal things. So it'll be funny. He was definitely always after covering his own ass, and he did and said funny things because of that. So it'll be interesting seeing his character earlier on.
Well, these are in the days before he was known as Saul Goodman. He's just basically a sort of bent lawyer who's down on his luck, who can't get any decent job, so he's like working for the state. And yeah, his name is Jimmy. So you can't take him seriously, knowing that his name's Jimmy.
So it's before he turns to the dark side of the law.
Well, there was one episode where you actually see him incarcerated, and it's got something to do with him being taken down on a sexual assault charge or something like that. But you also get to see his brother's in it, who was also a lawyer, so you get to see what's kind of happening there. And it cuts back a lot from sort of present day, if you want to call it that, to the before times, which is, it's kind of weird. I mean, there's various other recurring characters that were in Breaking Bad who were also in Better Call Saul. What's his face? Salamanca, the guy, the crazy one, and he had the uncle, Tio. He had the uncle, the guy with the bell.
Oh, the guy that's come out and everything. I don't know his name.
I keep forgetting his name.
Wait, can he walk?
Is
it somewhere in between when they had that flashbacks and him in the wheelchair?
He's not actually in it yet, but I think that he is going to be in it because it is 7 years before what happens in Breaking Bad, so I think we are actually going to get to see Tio at some point. Sans wheelchair and Bell, which would be interesting. But his nephew's in it, the crazy guy who Walter White was dealing with. You know, you remember one of the first
they went
instances.
To the cabin desert area place, right?
Yeah,
the crazy twin brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep forgetting his name. I can never remember his name. But like I said to you as well before, there is another family member. He's called Nacho. Now, this guy is played by Michael Mando, who everybody who's ever played Far Cry 3 will know him as Vas Montenegro, the definition of insanity guy. And he's a wonderful actor in this. There's just something so deliciously sinister about him. He plays a really good bad guy.
I really need to know that show.
Oh, it's so good. It's a really nice balance of dark comedy / drama, and it's just nice to see it without any mentioning of meth at the moment. So
keeping it clean.
And Oh, well, to an extent, yeah. But Mike's in it as well, and he's totally got it out for Saul. You just basically see him in every episode, sat in this little cabin thing, you know, like a parking attendant guy who presses the button for the arm to come up so you can leave, and he just basically just goes ape shit every week with Saul, who never pays enough for his tickets or whatever, or gets enough stickers. Well, it's like $5 for you to get out right now. He's like, I'm not paying fucking $5, and he has to go all the way back to the centre place and get all of his stickers for his card. Stupid, but it's so funny because he loses his shit every time. It's just little things like that. It's like, I know this guy, I know what happens in it, but it's just nice seeing them before all that stuff happened in Breaking Bad. I definitely recommend it. It's so funny. It's so much fun.
I'll definitely check it out. Should we move on to Walking Dead talk?
Yeah, even though I haven't seen it this week, I don't think. No, I haven't. We clarified that, didn't we? I don't know what's happening.
Do you want to talk about the episode we both watched this season? Well, it wasn't a season premiere, but the mid-season premiere, I guess you could say. Yeah. Where... Oh, what happened? Oh, it started out really weird, showing people that had already died and just blood dripping on this picture frame of an old house. But yeah, it just turns out that maybe you should do the recap since I don't remember anybody's name. The tall, limpy one's family all dead.
Oh, the tall, limpy one, Noah. They go back to where they were all held up in this sort of little community place, and nobody's there anymore. So Noah's all, what the fuck's happened? Basically, his family who were living in this house no longer with us, so they're all zombified, walkery type shit. And it's like, do you remember the bit where Michonne was kind of, she was a bit irate at one point and then started talking to Rick about it, you know, but she was basically saying that they need to settle down somewhere. They can't cope with all this moving about and everything.
Yeah.
That was sort of a weird bit. But,
it hits more on the nail with the second episode because with the second episode, everyone's just really depressed and they're just kind of tired of it, especially Daryl, Maggie, and I'm looking up her name right now. It's so bad. The guy that died's sister, the one who was dating Bob.
Oh, Tyrese.
Okay.
Sasha's sister. Tyrese was the one who lost his shit.
Tyrese. Yeah. So the three of them are just like really just fucking out of it. She's pissed off because, you know, the brother died and then Bob had just died. And Maggie and Daryl are upset over Beth's death. And everyone's just really depressed. Everyone's thirsty because there's no water. And it looks like rain, but it's not raining. And so, what happens? Daryl goes off to the side and sees this cabin, and he's just crying and smoking a cigarette. And he burns himself because he can't feel anything anymore. And they go back. He goes back with a group, and they find that somebody left them jugs of water and water bottles and a paper that says "from a friend." And they don't trust the water, so they don't drink it, even though the mullet guy was going to be the sacrificial lamb and try the water because he was so thirsty. But Ginger Man did not let him. Strong Ginger Man. It's like, no.
Oh, Abraham.
And so it starts
Eugene.
Eugene, yes. So it starts raining and everyone's happy. Well, Rick and Coral are happy. Everyone else is like, whatever, it's raining, I don't care. And then it starts raining a lot. So they go to the cabin and they stay there for the night, and Rick tells a story about his grandpa or great-grandpa that was in some war, and that he said that every day, you know, he was just like, today's the day that I die. And basically he said, you know, we're the Walking Dead. We're not gonna not be dead until we get to the point where we're safe, essentially. And Daryl's all like, we're not dead, we're not like them. So he gets all upset. And Rick, the complete Daryl ass kisser, he's just all like, no, that's not what I meant. And so they're all just hanging out, and the mopey ones are still mopey. And walkers start trying to come into the cabin, and it's just raining so crazy outside. There's thunder, there's lightning. And so Daryl runs over there first, and he's trying to hold up doors, and then Maggie sees and or Sasha sees, but they go one by one, the three people that were really depressed and kind of like, I don't know if I can keep going on. They're the first people that kind of jump on, let's save our lives. And so everybody sees what's happening, and they're all holding the barn doors, and then in the morning they see that the lightning thunders is down. So they see that the lightning took down a lot of trees and walkers. And so Maggie gets Sasha, and they go outside, and they have this, Maggie has this little music box that Carl gave her, just kind of a, hey, you know, your sister died, but here's this nice music box that doesn't work. And, yeah, that's how I took it. It's just like, what do you, I mean, it's sweet, but,
here, have some old shit.
It doesn't work, but put things you don't have in it. Like dirt. And so Daryl had fixed it, and they tried making it play, and it doesn't work. And Sasha's just saying how Noah had said that he doesn't know if he can make it, and she told him, you know, like, you can't make it then, you're not going to make it. But she feels the same way. And then they hear something from behind them, and it's this, like, creepy-looking guy. And it's just all like, hi there, you know, I'm a friend. I want to talk to your leader, that's Rick, right? And they're just like, how do you know this? And then in that instant, the music box starts to play, and they just both glance at it, and it's just like, huh, and then they just look back. And it's pretty great that they didn't accidentally shoot this guy when there's suddenly music playing. But that's how that episode kind of ends, and they showed the teaser for the next episode, and I guess you're going to take them to Rick, and no one trusts this guy. They don't know what's going on or who he is or how he knows all this information. So it'll be interesting, and they think that maybe he's been spying on them for a while, and they just can't trust their surroundings.
So basically, it's like the same shit, different day. A random person appears, and then
they're gonna eat us.
I'm just, yeah. No, I need to catch up. I haven't seen that episode yet. So, and we've got another one tonight. So yeah, I need to get me boots on and get them bloody watched.
Yeah, especially since I think tonight's episode should be good, or at least we'll find out who this. Well, maybe not find out, but get a better idea of who that creepy man is. He does look really creepy. I don't know. Maybe he was just too happy for all the sad faces that they've been showing. So suddenly this cheerful person, hello, friend.
It must have been like, oh, you're too happy. Don't like you already. We're depressed. But speaking of creepy guys, the first season finale of Constantine. Jesus Christ. How creepy was that?
Oh, that redneck guy that wanted all the lady, like, child brides? Ew.
The little girls and stuff. And oh, God. Oh, I actually think this has possibly been one of the best episodes of the limited amount that we've had for this so-called first season. Don't cancel it, NBC, please. Proper creepy. Yeah, the redneck guy who's just kind of like, yeah, I'm going to take these kids home, smack them in the teeth, kind of proper full-on hick. But it's, well, first of all, it starts out with all that. These three sort of young teenagers, must have only been like 14 or something, around that age. And being all creepy and everything, and then that guy, and it was, in fact, it was so creepy that episode, it was uncomfortable. That's what I think. That's how creepy it was.
And then he has like black teeth, and he just, and the way he looked, I don't know. And he's living in a stinky house.
Yeah, with 3 dead bodies in a bed, who all belong to those 3 girls. But as it turns out, he's a bit of the old Satanist type person, and
Naturally.
I think he's using like the spirits of these three girls who he has married to go out and finding more little child brides, which is just wrong. And in the end, obviously, the crew, they end up looking for this girl who's gone missing. Meanwhile, John Constantine has a price on his head. So obviously he's got all bounty hunters and all kinds of nasty things looking for him to, eventually put him in the ground. Papa Midnight, who comes back again, who is more than happy to try and find him and pop a cap in his ass or whatever, using his old fucking voodoo
or
shit.
chest, or head.
Yeah, or anything, just, so he's dead. And then it's all more the Rising Darkness as well, and Jim Corrigan's back as well. For some reason, Zed can now see Manny, so she frequently has little chats with him now.
Well, that started last episode with her and that whole brain tumor, and then Manny being corporeal, and now Manny and her just like enjoy chit-chatting suddenly.
Yeah, little chit-chats about pickles.
Yeah, even though before he was just like, I'm not showing myself to anyone, or something along those lines.
But don't you think how it's interesting that he's finally talking to Zed after all this long, because she seems to think that he is totally 100% divine until it gets to the end of the episode where we find out Manny is not who we think he is.
I would like to say, if you've seen Lost, fucking Michael is doing it again. That motherfucker. And I was really liking his character. I kept saying, Michael this, Michael that, and then I finally changed it to Manny. And now look at what Michael did. He pulled a Michael. But I don't know, Jeff and I were talking about it in the car, and they could always pull the whole, well, it might be like heavenly or divine orders in order to, I don't know. They could do whatever they want to do with the story, but just as long as there's a second season in order for it to be done.
Exactly. It's like I think it is a sort of cliffhanger for really anybody who is interested in there being a second season. It's a cliffhanger for us people. Other than that, anybody who didn't really care about it and thought, oh, it's not that good, this show, it's like, well, for a start, fuck you, because we do want a second season. This has been one of my favourite new TV shows at the moment, and it's like, yes, I will get down on my knees right now and beg NBC to carry this bloody show on. Even if it doesn't actually end up on TV, if it just ends up being on Netflix or something like that, don't care. It needs to be shown. It's one of the best ones, I think, so far. I think it is actually surpassing Gotham at the moment, just for the fact that you can watch it even though if you haven't read any of the Constantine comics or anything. It's quite easy to get into. That's what I think, anyway.
Yeah, it's really good, and I don't know, it's just fun. And for those people who had been upset that NBC was going to take it light on showing John smoke, there's at least 2 or 3 cigarettes in his mouth the whole episode. There is no like taking it easy. If they did it anymore, then he would just be having cigarettes while he's talking and trying to do other things, and that would make less sense.
I mean,
it's really good. I really like Constantine, and I'm going to be very upset if they don't bring him back. And not because I won't find out what's going to happen. I don't care what's going to happen. I just want more Constantine. They can take the story whichever way they want. Yeah, that's all I care about.
Exactly. But they are doing a good job of actually bringing stuff from the comics into this show. So it is keeping the diehard fans happy, I think, in some sort of sense. Obviously, everybody's going to have their little gripes with everything, but I think they're doing a good job, to be honest. And yeah, casting Matt Ryan, the hairy Welshman, as Constantine, I think is brilliant. even though he's still using his original Welsh accent and he's not sounding like he should do, which is a Scouser. But to be honest, that would send me over the edge anyway, because Scousers have this strange accent. Strange.
Yeah, I love his Constantine. He's really adorable, and he's grown on me a lot. At first, I never had a problem with him being Constantine. I didn't know who he was. But now with his character and everything, there's just something so Constantine about him, and I wouldn't want to see anybody else play it. But his try drives me crazy. It's either do it all the way up or just take it off.
It's kind of like, it's almost like he got in from a night of drinking and just went out with yesterday's clothes on. That's what it is. He just got in from a night of drinking, passed out, got up, not even brushed his teeth or anything, and just kind of sauntered out.
Yeah, exactly.
The skew time is matter, yeah.
We missed the point where he was completely set for the day, and now we're getting Constantine at the end of the day.
But genuinely, he is like that anyway, so they're at least getting that right. He's always dishevelled. He's never 100% on point, looking, like he should, be working in an office or something like that. It's like, yeah, he's got all the office regalia on. I'm a respectable man. He is not a respectable man, so he's like, fuck it.
Oh, yeah. Fingers definitely crossed for next season.
Yeah. We need a second season, and it needs to be longer than 13 episodes. So NBC, please.
Should we move on to Got Ham, which my sister is now saying Got Ham as well.
Went to the supermarket, got ham.
Oh, Fish Mooney though. I always enjoyed Fish Mooney, but now I just want so much more Fish Mooney because she's such a little badass. I always knew she was tough and everything, but just saying how she's handling the situation in that underground extra body parts situation thing, she's pretty great and caring in her own way.
Oh, massive lag just then.
Are you caught up now?
Right, I think it's back. Yeah, I think that's better. Was it like that underground prison thing? As it turns out, they're being harvested for organs. And that one woman that comes back, oh, no eyes. Oh, God, that's brutal.
Yeah. And I think she's a great leader, and it'll be interesting to see what happens in that little powwow she's going to have with whoever's in charge of this. And I want to see who is in charge of all this and what's going to happen to that guy that's staying down there with her family.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was pretty cool, that bit. She seems to have everyone down there who is obviously shit scared, wondering what's going to happen. She's got everybody in that place on her side, willing to die for her. Just like that.
Yeah, it just sucks that guy had to get beaten to death instead of just, slice throat, you're done. I would have preferred the slice throat, you're done, instead of getting stomped out.
Totally. What else happened?
Oh, the Joker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jerome. Ooh. What's his name? Jerome?
Yeah, Jerome. Right, proper ginger kid and all. Like, blood nut, proper ginger.
Well, I still feel that they're just kind of throwing all these villains out there, and it just seems like a bit much, especially when they're still trying to situate the Penguin, the Riddler, and what's going on with the mob bosses, and then what's going on with Fish Mooney. But that being said, I loved his laugh and his little crazy smile and his dark eyes. It was just very well done. It was very exciting.
that kid, I looked up who he was. I did find out his name, but I forgot. He got it down to a T. I was sat in my kitchen watching that episode with my mother, and I just sat back and just started chuckling. And my mother was like, "What's up with you?" And I said, "This kid here." She's like, "Why? Who is he supposed to be?" And then she went through a list of all Batman characters and stuff, and she didn't get it. I said, "Ma'am, obviously the twisted little laugh and the huge creepy ass grin it should be enough of a giveaway." And she went, "Oh, the Joker." I went, "Yeah, bingo."
Either that or Poison Ivy since he has the ginger. It would be fun. The other girl's Ivy anyways, and Poison Ivy's name is Pepper, I think. I remember.
Ivy Pepper. Yeah, Ivy Pepper. Yeah, that's what she's supposed to be called. Even though really it should be Pamela Isley, but still.
There
yeah,
you go. That's what it is. I'm saying her actual name in the show. Sorry, I keep picking at my nail polish. Okay, hands down. Oh, and stupid Barbara trying to woo.
Fucking Barbara.
Well, she got an eyeful of him making out with Dr. Lady, who does not have a name in the show.
Oh, Leslie. Yeah. Who is now working for the GCPD as a medical examiner, which is odd.
Yeah, but I like that the Riddler kind of was taken aback when she answered something that I guess he usually is ready to answer because he's so smart and attentive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's fun. And she smells nice according to him.
Oh, that was creepy. I mean, that's it. We definitely need more Eddie in this program.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're gonna save what happens with him till maybe later on in the season, or it has been renewed for a second season though.
Yeah. So hopefully.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe that's gonna be part of that. I don't know.
Well, I was assuming that the second season would be more about Eddie, and this is just like the Penguin's time to kind of set his stuff aside. But they've been showing more and more Eddie lately. Like when he was putting those body parts in the locker room and stuff like that.
Although I do like the bits where you see him with his little crush, the little secretary woman, and he keeps giving her cards and stuff like that. I think that's kind of cute, but then again, everybody who's around starts mocking him and teasing him and stuff. And it's like, no, don't do that. You don't know what you're gonna create.
That's what I think too. It's just like, don't say anything to him. He might murder you. Maybe, or riddle you to death. We don't know yet.
Riddle you to death. Oh God. That episode, I pretty much think is the start of Gotham for me, mainly because they have introduced sort of the Joker. That's what I think anyway. It's like you can't have anything Batman related without having some sort of hint or appearance or anything like that. You know, without the Joker, you need the Joker in anything Batman. It's just like that's how it goes. Did that make any sense?
I don't know. I like that they're focusing on everything but really Batman and the Joker because it feels like that's the Hollywood couple, you know. And it was taking a step back and allowing the viewers to enjoy all the lesser known roles and just basically like the B list. So I always enjoyed that except for Barbara.
The B list.
Apart from the bitch list.
She's an asshole. Fucking Barbara.
I'm hoping he finds a different Barbara to marry. That's just
Different. They can't be that Barbara. There has to be another Barbara. No. But that's another. Is it another episode tomorrow night? It's Monday tomorrow, isn't it?
I think so.
Definitely. I don't even know what day it is.
Today is Sunday. Today is Walking Dead.
Yeah,
and
that's
hopefully
it.
Bob's Burgers. We'll see.
I think that's actually next week. I don't know.
Or was the last one the last episode of the season? I don't know.
Oh, the Militarian candidate. I really enjoyed that episode. But
oh no, there will be one next weekend for March 1st.
Oh.
And then another one. It's the Gale Tales. And then after that, it's Little Hard Dad. Find out what that means when the time comes. In time for to move on to a game talk.
Yeah. Because it was when did it come out? The 20th. Right, we're on the 22nd today, so I've been playing it for a couple of days now. The Order 1886 was released on the 20th of this month. I picked up a copy and I have been playing it since. Still haven't gone back to Grim Fandango yet, and well, yeah, I have just been playing The Order. It's all right. I wouldn't say it's anything to write home about. I mean, visually, it's stunning. It's set in Victorian London and that in 1886, funnily enough, and everything's just it's like they've got the atmosphere. If you could imagine Victorian London around that time, it seems like they've got the atmosphere down and everything. And as you're going about, it's all dingy and there's a lot of dirty things and. I don't know. The atmosphere I think is the most important thing, and it's probably the first thing that you actually pick up on in this game. As for gameplay, it's a lot of quick time events in it, and another thing is as well because it's quite seamless. So it goes from cutscene to gameplay without you really noticing it until your character Galahad is just stood there and you're thinking, oh wait, is it me now? It is seamless in that sense, but there are a lot of quick time events that just pop up out of nowhere and you were just sat there going, oh, it's me, hammer buttons.
Oh, no.
Oh, you know how I feel about quick time events.
It's one of the reasons why you loved Heavy Rain.
Oh, I fucking love Heavy Rain, really, I do. Oh, it's one of my favourite games ever. I absolutely love it. I play it on a daily basis.
No, but I can't stand those quick time events too, because if you, for a second you get a little bit involved with the game cutscene, that's it. You're not pressing the 3 buttons you just had to press and you're dead. That's just annoying.
It's like during the proper full-on gameplay bit, I've not died. But when it comes to the bit with the quick time events, I have died numerous times, and it's so annoying. So bloody annoying. But I've seen on Facebook and various places on the interwebs that the game is frightfully short for what you're paying for it.
It's like how long? How many hours?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I never really looked into it. But I think I'm about 3 or 4 chapters in at the moment. I don't know how many chapters there are, so I can't give a definite answer as to how long it is. But it's pretty basic as well. That's the thing. You don't get a right lot of gameplay in between the stupid cutscenes / quick time event cutscenes. It's weird. But yeah, if I'm nearing the end of it, then it's not worth the money at all.
Well, hopefully you'll still have a while to go with it, especially if you're not too far into it chapter-wise. I don't know, hopefully it'll just be like God of War 2 length, which was, what, 8 hours? Yeah, hopefully something along those lines, and not something ridiculous like, oh, 3 hours, that's it, goodbye. Was it shouldn't be? It's a $6 game. No.
No, you can't really explore that much in it as well, which is a bit crap. If it was a bit more open and you could explore a lot more, maybe it would be, you know, there are like some collectibles in the game and that, but even then, they're very few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, while it's nice to look at, relatively easy to play. The story's kind of odd as well, sort of set in an alternative timeline where werewolves, lycans, they call them in the game, they exist, and basically you've got all of these, the Order as they call them, the Knights of the Round Table have existed for fuck knows how long, and they're the ones that fight all of these lycans and stuff. Including an appearance from Nikola Tesla as well, and him basically saying that Thomas Edison is a complete twat. Yeah, that was one of the highlights. Other than that, nothing really rave about, other than the fact that it is staggeringly pretty. That's about it.
Well, hopefully more story will develop as you get closer to the ending.
Although there is a really sleazy Frenchman in it, and he's quite enjoyable.
How sleazy are we talking?
Oh, quite sleazy, yeah. Oh, although there was the thing that I posted on Facebook. Oh my God, one bit in it where you end up being dragged into this whorehouse somewhere on the back streets of London. Basically, cutscene, you're walking on this guy who's underneath this woman who's got a tit hanging out, going, and all that. Oh my God, what the hell? He gets out from underneath her, he's got his meat and two veg flapping about all over the place, and then they shoot him in the head. Well, what the hell? The most what the fuck moment in any game. Yeah, basically, some
Basic
guy.
instinct.
What?
Basic instinct.
Oh yeah, my mother stood over at the kitchen going Basic Instinct. Yeah, you get to see a lot of guys under.
They're undercarriages.
Oh my God. Nah, yeah, total what the fuck moment, and it just makes you go, oh, that's in a game. All right, I can see why it's got an 18 certificate on it. Weird.
It's pretty impressive. Slightly gross.
Yeah, very gross, especially when you've got an ultra high definition TV. You can see everything. But yeah, no, definitely. Maybe wait until it goes down in price or something, or if PlayStation have a sale on or something like that, definitely wait for it, because if I'm going to finish that game soon, it's not worth the cost of it at all. So, but yeah.
Especially if it's not very like open worldy, where you get explored little side missions and things of that nature.
It's not big at all, and yeah, probably quite short. I'd leave it for a bit. But anyways, we're going on to the next item.
Oh, actually, I've been playing 2 games. I got Chariot on the PlayStation, and that's a lot of fun. I got it for the whole 2-player aspect of it. And you have to take your dead father's coffin to a proper burial, but he's a king, but he's such a twat. He doesn't like all these places you're taking him to, so you have to drag him along and make sure the bats don't steal his money, and you have to get him more money. And the 2-player function of it is really fun. It kind of reminds me of Little Big Planet, where it has these little 2-player signs, and that's when you can go up and just get big money. But it's a lot of fun. It's cute. Yeah, big money. And I've been playing Project Zomboid. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
And you just have to survive the zombie apocalypse or something along those lines. I keep dying. But you end up in these random places and houses, and you have to eat. And if there's, let's say, bacon, you have to cook it before you eat it. And if you
Yeah.
break a window to get into a house, you have to take out the glass and disinfect it and then bandage it and change the bandages ever so often or else you're
Oh
going to get
God.
infected. Yeah, it's very... Oh, and in order to take out the glass, you need tweezers. So without the tweezers, you can't do this.
That's
And
quite intricate.
it is. And you get sheets and put blinds on the windows. If not, if you get too close to the window, the zombies are going to see you. They're going to start hitting it, and eventually they will break in.
Oh my God.
Mhm. I think the oddest thing about that game is you could get bit in the groin. Like right now, my character has a zombie bite near her groin. I don't know how that situation happened.
I don't even know what to say that you can get bit in the groin.
Didn't know what was going on.
That's quite funny. I just got bit in the groin. All right. So do you need tweezers for that? Do you need disinfectant? Do you need...
I've been using disinfectant, but I don't know if I'm going to turn into a zombie or what happens after you get bit. I don't know. It'll be interesting to find out, and I'll let you know. But it's fun, and I think it was only $10 or something like that on the computer. The computer.
That's not too bad. The computer.
Alright, should we move on to the little tidbits of information we wanted to share?
Oh yeah, what about you and your new telly shows that you've been watching?
On Valentine's Day, all I had to eat was these fries with 3 different types of cheeses and chocolate. So surprisingly, I got a stomach ache. So for the end of the night, I just watched a lot of Broad City, and the first season's on Amazon Prime. And it's just really ridiculous. And I think what I love about it most is that it has the 2 main characters are both females, and it's like a better version of Workaholics, where it's funnier, it's just funnier. Because they both get high and they both kind of do stupid things, so has the essence of Workaholics, only they're not really workaholics at all. They hardly work, kind of. I don't know, it's really ridiculous and it's funny. And Amy Poehler is one of the producers for it. Yeah, and Seth Rogen came out in one of the episodes of the 2nd season. Yeah, it's pretty great. And Fresh Off the Boat, which is so funny. And oh god, it satisfies my 90s love because it has so much of the rap and just a lot of the ridiculous stuff. And it has the guy that played he was in the interview and he played the Kim role, and he's so funny in here and he's so expressive with his face. But I just love the mom, and it's just really ridiculous. It's really good. You should check it out. It's on Hulu. Yes.
Check those out. Oh dear. Oh, I'm gonna have to check those out. I had a little piece of information as well.
A piece of adorable information.
Adorable information. If anybody saw us when we first started doing Welcome to Nerdatory, in one of the episodes we shared a link to some pretty interesting figures. They were actually concept art by Evil Corp of some of the characters from Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, and they were so fucking cute. As it turns out, Evil Corp have been doing various other designs of characters from films and TV, general pop culture icons as well. And we'll probably post the link in the box underneath as well, so you can go and check all these things out. But they were actually at the recent New York Toy Fair, which was happening over this weekend. And in collaboration with Funko, who do the little pop figures, they are actually going to be eventually releasing these little figures, and they're so cute. You'll find them under the Vinyl Sugar brand. by Funko. So yeah, they are going to be making these really, really cute figures, and there's so many of them as well. I mean, we were talking about the Father Ted ones. Hopefully they
so
get a
cute.
release. They're adorable. They look so goofy as well. Oh.
Father Ted, I feel you could even see like the stubble and that weird frashy thing he has everywhere.
I did see one on the Evil Court blog as well. I think you'd be interested in it, Stacey. But Evil Dead, Ash.
Oh, I need to look that up because it might be adorably evil.
Need to find that picture and I will send it you, and you'll probably just melt from all the adorableness. It's so cute. All of them are so cute. Oh, there's like Walking Dead ones. There's ones of various stages of David Bowie, Ghostbusters figures as well. Because
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein as well.
And
There's
they're black
just
and white.
So Back to the Future and whoever comes up with these concept designs and stuff is an absolute genius, because I look at every single one of them and think, even though I'm not a fan of that, I want to own it because they're so damn cute.
They're so adorable.
And I do hope, I think they are eventually going to be released at some point this year. So a small capsule collection of the figures that they've got, but I really do hope that they release more, because I'll probably end up being that scatty bitch that collects them all of them.
I need to check out not the Walking Dead, the Evil Dead one.
I'll find the picture and I'll send it you. I think you'll love it.
They're just so cute.
So cute.
All their Ted ones. They're really adorable.
Oh, they've captured Dougal so well, haven't they? Just looks really stupid.
Just so happy and carefree because nothing's going on in his head.
Apart from bunnies. So cute. But yeah, we'll post the link as well, so you can see all of these. You can see all these lovely concepts and the actual figures themselves that were at the New York Toy Fair. So give us your opinion on them as well, because we can't stop gushing about them because they are so cute. But other than that, we're about done, aren't we?
I think so.
I think so. So, we'll finish up then. Thank you everyone for joining us for this episode, and like always, if you could subscribe to our YouTube, you can go like us on our Facebook page, and you can even follow us on Twitter as well. And please come and talk with us. Please come and talk with us, because I don't know, it's getting to the point where me and Stacey are seeming a little bit more crazier than usual, because we just seem to talk to ourselves a lot. So yes. we need your input. So,
yeah, and we're vigilant with the comments now, so there's no excuses.
Yeah, there is no excuse. We will see everything. We will see you.
I don't know if that's encouraging.
But in the meantime, yeah, go do all of that stuff. Leave us any messages or comments on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, wherever. We will be watching, like Big Brother, but in a less creepy, totalitarian way.
In a more aggressive, talk to us needy way.
Yeah. That will make sense. So I've been Georgie. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye, Stacey.
Goodbye, until next time, which might be next weekend. Goodbye.
Hello. Bye.